as coach. Could you please get us started with opening remarks?
Evening, guys. I think tonight was a real brilliant exercise for the rotation of the squad. We decided after Saturday's game that we changed the plan a little bit just to expose some of the younger players even more. And this morning we had a training session for those that weren't involved tonight. Chris McVeigh, Gonzalo, Ian Frey, Damien Lowe, Mo Adams trained this morning, Bryce Duke trained this morning a little bit, Edison Ascona was on the training field this morning, and we wanted to make sure that we were now we're really thinking about Chicago and getting everybody the right amount of minutes and rest for Chicago. So we knew what type of game it was. We thought it would be brilliant for the young players to play in that type of game, and some of the players that are new to the club. And it was proved to be a really good exercise for them in terms of playing real men's football in tough conditions on a pitch that was really uneven. And I thought there was some real outstanding performances on a difficult evening when we had to probably play a little bit of a different style.
We'll start with questions now. First Lauren, then Jose.
Thanks, Rafa. Hi, Phil. You kind of just answered my question, but maybe you can go into depth a little more. What is the importance of getting minutes, and experience during these preseason games for these young players, and how did it all come together tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a bit of a jigsaw, really. If you think Leo Campagna, 45 minutes against Columbus, 45 minutes tonight, and then he'll play more minutes on Saturday, because you can't just go 90. You've got to build the minutes up. He was out for maybe 10, 12 days. So, and he's coming off the back of no pre-season work, really. So it's about managing minutes. And like I say, we've got a wall back in at the hotel where you've got certain amount of minutes by certain players, and then we've just got to keep pushing the minutes off of other players that need to catch up really quickly. So Gregori came through really well tonight. We came in at halftime. He wasn't planned to play in the second half, and he just said, "I'm not coming off. I want to play for another 10 minutes." So that was great. Yedlin, we just pushed a little bit more just to get his rhythm and flow back a little bit. And the young players, I thought, were outstanding. I thought the young players were outstanding in terms of their perseverance, determination to win the game of football, and that was pleasing.
All right, next question, Jose, then Michelle, then Franco.
Thank you, Rafa. Hi, Phil. I wanted to ask you about Jairo Quinteros, obviously getting an opportunity back there, getting a first look, at least for us. And again, obviously, Emerson Rodriguez in the second half, getting finally that opportunity to play. Can you share your thoughts on both of them? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Jairo should have played on Saturday, some minutes on Saturday, but he was just a little bit. He came back from Bolivia with a bit of a sickness bug. Was off for 4 or 5 days, missed the scrimmage against Montreal, and he's a little bit behind everyone. And then on Friday, he just felt tight in his hamstring, and we didn't want to take a risk. So 60 minutes was a good workout for him. We've got high hopes for him. He's played in World Cup qualifying matches against some of the best strikers in the world. So we know that he's a young boy that's got great potential, along with the other centre-backs that we've got. So we're pleased with him. I thought he did a really good job on the left side. He normally plays in the middle or on the right. So he had to adapt his game, but I thought he did well. Emerson, he came into the club and he was so excited, and he just felt his hamstring one day because he was just trying to do too much. He was training so much. So we just have to take our time with him. Today was his first step back onto the pitch. He'll play more minutes on Saturday, but he's chomping at the bit to. Excuse me. He's chomping at the bit to get more minutes, and now he's back with us full time. And today was a good 30 minutes for him.
Bless you. Next question, Michelle.
Excuse me.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, Michelle.
Take care of that cold weather up there. Wear your jacket, wear a hat.
Incredible.
I'm being a mom. Anyway, I have 2 questions for you, if you don't mind. One is if you could just talk about Ari Lassiter, what he brings. He was so active today. He had 2 crosses to Campana that didn't materialize, but then he ends up scoring. And then I just want to ask you about all these injuries and stuff. And the fact that your season opener is 11 days away now, I think, if I'm counting correctly. Are you concerned that, you've got so many players who haven't played together and a lot of guys who've been on the injured list for much of the last few weeks? How much of a concern is that? Do you think that you'll really be game ready on February 26th with all of your top players?
Well, I think we've probably got, I mean, I'm talking about senior players. We've probably got 12 to 13 that are probably just where we want them. Then we've got probably another 8 that are playing a little bit of catch up, of late coming in, a few knocks and bruises. There has been an adaptation period for them to come in and work at the level that we want to work at. And we knew that, and when you take players, when you really try and push players and you're training at a certain level, you're always gonna get bumpy waters a little bit, and we're going through that a little bit at the moment. But we've got so many players that are so close to them coming back. I'm hoping by Chicago we'll have near full strength squad back, give or take 1 or 2. And you're right, it would be nice to have everybody back with us on the tour. Everybody has come up to Charleston with us. It'd be nice to get them on the training pitch, but with the levels that they're all training at, the intensity that we're training the boys at, we're training them for the long term. 9 months is a real marathon in this league. And the likes of Mo and Bryce Duke and Robbie, have just had a little bit of a setback, but they're all on the way back and they're all close. Mo Adams in particular is really close now. He's back training with the team. And the performance people that we brought in now have a real good process to getting them back into the team at real maximum level of fitness. So I'm still excited. I'm still really pleased about where we're at. I know I keep saying to the team, we've still got a hell of a lot of work to do. And every day we're just improving, and the togetherness is getting better. Everybody's getting to know each other. And tonight is a good result for us.
How about Lassiter, I had asked, and also what is Mo Adams' injury?
Lassiter has been, you think of the goal he scored on Saturday, you think of the threats against DC, Montreal, Columbus. Tonight he could have had a couple of assists. I thought he could have had another goal. I think Romeo cut it back to him in the second half. He's a real threat. He's giving us real dimension in terms of his speed in behind. And it was good to get him the 90 minutes tonight. Mo's coming back from a slight hamstring tightness that's kept him out for probably the last 7 to 10 days. So I hope if we'll not see him at the weekend, we'll definitely see him for the Chicago game.
All right, thank you.
Last question, Franco.
Thanks, Rafa. Gesundheit, Phil. Just wanted to ask you about the defensive side of things. Obviously, you've touched on wanting to be more competitive with this group. What do you think of the defensive performance? You guys were able to keep that clean sheet at the back and pull out the 3 points. I thought defensively, we were outstanding. I thought Modesto was really, really good. It was his type of game. He came here last year, knows all about the style, knows all about the place, and it was almost like playing Red Bulls, where they're just constantly putting you under pressure. And they're making, how many players did they play today? 11, then another 11, then another 11. They had constant energy on the pitch, and our guys have not played 90 minutes. So that was a real brilliant test for us. And it was like a good old-fashioned game of football where they just kept going, and our boys stood firm. And I think in pre-season so far, the mentality of our defenders has been brilliant. And Ame, Jairo, and Modesto, and Ethan, I thought were outstanding.
Thank you, coach.
Thanks, guys.